Do you guys know you could get Perfect Order for $44.80 on TCG Player right now? Or did you already click off the video because I said Perfect Order? I don't think people want prices and cheaper product to come down for Pokemon. I don't think that's what we want. I think a lot of people that are saying, oh, you know, when the market corrects, that's what I'm going to buy. They're not. They're not. And maybe one out of a couple will. Maybe. But for all the people saying that, look at your collection. Wherever it may be. Go look at it. Name off the Sword and Shield products you have. Go ahead. I'll wait. Probably don't have much. Probably don't have any. Product was cheap. Product was available. But it wasn't pulling the same numbers, the same views, the same stories. People weren't shaking because they pulled the card they wanted. You don't see people posting a Perfect Order Meowth pull, putting it into the sleeve, because it's not a hype product. It's not an expensive product. Those things that drive the market are price based. Because I can guarantee you, I don't know. Let's just say this dollar. I don't know why I have one singular dollar. Post your comments down below as to why I have $1 on my desk. But let's say this is a card and I pull it out. And the true people who collect, we know that this is just a common card, almost in every single pack. But for a person who opens it for the first time, if you go, they're going to go, what? What is it? What's it worth? And only you and I know that it's worth nothing. Okay? But the second question they ask, what's it worth? Tells you everything. It tells you everything. Market is dependent on the hype, the value behind those things, right? Pretty simple concept. But you're going to hear it all the time. You're going to hear these people saying like, oh, I want the market to come down. It's too high. It's too high where it is. It's just drawing more people in. Pokemon's not going to try to stop that. I mean, look at all the old sets, the cheap era sets. We got Chilling Reign. We got Battle Styles. We got, what's another one? Vivid Voltage, Champion's Path even. I mean, that one has a Charizard on the cover. And I put a lot of money in Champion's Path because I enjoy that set. But regardless, where are those? Where are those in your collection? And the funny thing is about those, a lot of people say like, oh, well, this is a good investment because it's going to be low. And the next leg up, well, somebody will buy it, right? That's probably true. But the problem with products like that is people want to buy them before the next leg up. So let's say Shrouded Fable, right? Shrouded Fable doesn't sound like a terrible buy right now because you get it for $700 a case for Pokemon Center ETBs. Not terrible. But what happens when that set runs up to the let's run it up to $1,000? Well, now I don't want it. You know, once it runs up, you're not going to be able to sell it. You got to wait, you know, before every other case is $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 before this one at $1,000 is going to run again. The attention to stuff dies when the supply is available. And that's what a lot of people need to understand. Scarcity, rarity, all of that drives the market. Look at promos. Promos were... let's look at the Sword and Shield, Lost Origin, Charizard promos. It's the one where he's fighting Mewtwo, sleeping, and then like in Godzilla form. Cheap, $5 each. Stormed the market. Looked like an army of them. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted them because they're cheap. But now, oh, it's such an obvious play. It's Charizard, Mewtwo. It's Charizard sleeping. It's the only card where he's sleeping. It's Charizard Godzilla. Obvious buy. These are $100 cards in the future. But the attachment, the value behind it drives that as well. A lot of people don't understand that. You need to have these moments where these chase cards or the market is so high and so valuable that people are posting about it. People are talking about it. People are fighting about it. Now, I'm not saying that's good for the hobby, but I'm saying that drives the hobby. Okay, I'm not saying go out and fight. I'm scared to go out to... I don't remember the last time I was in a line. You know what? I do. I was in a Walmart line where I was convinced I was the only person who knew about the drop. Nobody else lined up. Nobody. Just me. Cold. Stood out there all day. Nothing dropped. Drove me crazy. But, nobody is going to post their collector app if it's not going up. No one's posting the stagnation that we're going to have in the next week. Sure as heck, nobody's going to post a decline. You need hype. And I know my last videos have been about this, but I'm trying to really hone this in, okay? It's this high demand market that drives everything else. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind that once this product's available, you're going to skip it. Just like every other reprint. When the reprints come, you're like, oh, well, I'll wait. Could be another one. No, these are your opportunities. Stop overthinking it. If your thing is you want a product so close to MSRP, you should be picking up Perfect Order. But you probably found an excuse why not to. That stinks. I'd rather put my money into something else. I'd rather, I don't know, maybe hold off. Because what if it gets a second reprint and it's under MSRP? Okay. But in 2 years, when it's out of print, then what? You had your chance. You're still sitting on the $200 that you have. And now booster boxes are $240 MSRP. You're going to have to make up your mind. You're going to have to make up your decision. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I think people don't want cheap cards. I don't want cheap cards. I don't want cheap sets. Because, yeah, I mean, I'll take advantage of the market when it's here. But for the most part, I don't know if I'm going to be in this in 10 years. I've already been in it for 10. I don't know if I want to do another 10. I've made pretty good gains. I have a good, strong collection. But if you're truly not ready for when this market does correct, and it will correct, you don't want cheap cards. You just don't. And I know a lot of you are going to disagree. You're going to say, "Oh, I do. I want to buy them all up. I want to buy them all up. I'm going to save all this money, and as soon as the prices dip," and they will dip. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. I feel like we're fighting right now. We're about to fight, but you're not going to do anything. You're going to sit there, close up your wallet. You're going to wait for more news because you're scared. You're thinking, maybe I should sell. Everybody else is selling. You don't want cheap cards. You don't know what to do when you get cheap cards. Anyways, for the people who do hold and collect 5-10 years, this doesn't apply to you. But for the people who are just entering into the hobby and don't know how quick, how fast it can turn, you don't want cheap cards. Anyways, later.